Hi everyone, welcome to this quick Nvolve webinar which is going to detail the new layout and features of the Nvolve platform, which is due for release on the Monday the 3rd of December. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. As you can see, the login portal is slightly different to what it was previously. It's just been redesigned, but you still have the forget your password and change password. So I'm going to just log into this account. And as you can see, the dashboard consists pretty much of the same elements. We have our compliance meter, we have our manager, non-compliance chart, and we have the same non-compliance information at the bottom and the expiry information. So that really hasn't changed. The other type of accounts that are just courses only will experience the same as well that they had previously. Okay, so you'll notice that the layout is slightly different. We've vastly improved this. So at the top right hand corner we have the user options, and you can see the username, and you have your support requests. So you still log your support requests as you have previously done. We also have a settings option, and within here we can view the platform users, and we can see all the information for the platforms that are currently that are currently set up. And then you can upload your logo, and also you can customize the fields, the 4 site-specific information fields that you currently have. Now you'll notice here that there is a small folder here now. This is a new feature that we've developed in terms of reporting. So when you run reports, some of the larger reports will not come directly to the screen. They will go up and they will eventually appear as an icon in here that they have to be clicked onto this option and to open up. So you'll see that later as we go through. Okay, so we're going to go through learning management. Within learning management we have the dashboards, and this is pretty much the same previously, only we have really tidied up the individual dashboards. So the summary dashboard is what you're currently looking at. But when you go into the dashboard, you can also look at the Nvolve courses, and you can see that the format has completely changed on this. We have tidied this up, and we're giving much more information than you previously had. So just ignore the fact that it's repeating courses here. This is just a demo database. So you can go into your dashboards, you can go to your operating procedures, and within each of these areas you can configure and do as you did previously, just by selecting and moving across the ones that you want. Okay, and this can be done for the administration user and also for all manager users, etc. So that is the same for the dashboards. And on the other training, the managers and the work group, pretty much the same, only we have incorporated a lot more information. Now, in this section you can see that we have incorporated the Nvolve courses, which is a combination now of the old Respond Point and the Nvolve course catalog, or group learner as you previously would have known it. So within here you'd have the course listing as you previously had, but what you can do now is you can click on add a new course, which is the Respond Point tool. You can put in the course name and all the information, etc. You can also, using the tabular structure now, you can actually upload the PowerPoint file for your PowerPoint presentation so that it can be easily accessed from here. So it's just really a central location for storing it, and again you can assign to the employees and you can assign to the work groups. Now once that course has been created, you will notice on the left hand side we have Nvolve course customer and we have Nvolve course catalog. So that's how you can distinguish between what's a course that you have created and what's one that we offer as a bespoke offering to you in terms of course delivery. So that is the Nvolve courses. The group uploads, for anybody that's uploading courses, it's pretty much the same procedure. You click into the group uploads. If it's one of your own bespoke Respond Point courses, you will click on the drop down, and you can see that I have a few examples in there. If it's not, and it's one of the standard group or the Nvolve group offerings, you can see then you just select your 3 files and you click on upload as you previously would have done. So there's nothing really changed in the overall process of what you do here. It's the look and feel. So that is the Nvolve courses covered. The next one, which really will affect a lot of our customers in terms of the look and feel, is the operating procedures. So the SOP. So when we come into our operating procedures, we can go into the live procedures. We will see the list that we currently have, and again when we click on any one of the documents, we have got the tabular options going across the way. So you'll have the supporting files, the assessment questions, the approval management, assigned to employees, assigned to work groups, assigned to training packs, and the previous revision. In the old version, it was all going down the way, and it was expander, so you had to click open and close the expander. So this is actually much more structured and easier to view. We still have the options within each SOP procedure. We have the up revise, the group update, and the Excel group update. So nothing really has changed in the overall functionality. It's just how we've sort of improved the look and feel. So also in here, when you click on a new procedure, you get that same form, and you put in all your information, the pending approval, and then you upload your supporting files, again your assessment questions assigned to employees, etc., and the training packs and the approval management. So the overall operation of the items hasn't changed. As I said previously, it is really just the look and feel. So that is the operating procedures. We also have the archived, and we have the procedure approval. So it's menu options been relocated around. The other training section is into live other training and archived other training, and again it's the same thing as the operating procedures. You click on a new other training, and you can upload the supporting files, you can assign it to employees, and you can assign it to work groups. So that particular feature hasn't changed. Okay, so the last item within learning management is policy awareness, but I'll talk about that later. Not every customer is using that, so anybody that needs to talk about it, we can do a one-to-one call if you have questions and queries for the ones that are using it. But again, it's coming into the policy section, it's creating a new policy. You get your title, the description, the launch description, and the courses, etc. And then you can upload your supporting files, your confirmation statements, you're assigned to employees, you're assigned to work groups. Everything is pretty much the same as it was previously. Okay, now the employee engagement is just the performance reviews, the old performance reviews. So you click into coaching review and you create your template. Again, there's only individual customers using that. The main section then is the employees. Under live employees, you can see you get the same information. You can do a search on your employees if there's anybody in there, and then you can clear the search out and just go back to the previous view. You can see now that there's slightly a layout change. You can export the employees, you can import, or you can download the template. So it's just a redesign here. You can click on add a new employee, and again with the new form it's much more structured, it's easier to input. You've got the e-learning access, yes or no. You can go and you can manage the training plan from the tabular structure. Again, this employee can be assigned to work groups and assigned to managers. So that's pretty much the same structure, but we've just incorporated a much better layout. Under employees, we also have pre-start, and again this is just a feature that some of you would have been historically aware of, but we removed on the last few editions of the platform. But it allows you to incorporate people who are not actual employees, so they don't count towards your overall site compliance, but they are in there because there is training carried out on them before they start. But it's a restricted application in terms of that it can only be applied to employees that are doing certain courses in the pre-start work group. They can't be allocated to multiple work groups, so it really is restricted, but beneficial for the employees that are not on site, and also not counting towards your overall site compliance. And again, we have the archived employees. So if anybody was archived, you would just come in to the status as previously, change the details, and they would just go and log in. Okay, so that's the employees. Now previously we used to have directories, and you can see now that we've put the managers out into the start of the directories here at the very front. Okay, so again you can come in, you can just add a new manager as you previously did. You would just pick from the employee list, and if there was no email address, you would put in the email address and you would click save. The functionality when in here is the exact same, in that you come in, you can look at the details, and then you've got the managers directly reporting, or the employees, sorry, directly reporting to the manager, and the work groups that manager is responsible for. So the managers is now at the top level. Again, the work group structures is pretty much the same. You'll come in, you'll create a new work group, you'll give it a description, you'll give it a title, and then you go to the work group training plan and you manage the work group training plan, and you do exactly as you did before. You add them as training, or you add them as awareness, and you click save. You can also add in the course catalog or the specific Respond Point, old Respond Point courses, which is your customer course catalog, and then you can add on the other training. So the 4 groups are there. Again, it's just a rebranding. Okay, then that work group can be assigned to managers, can be assigned to employees, and we can put on these also. So nothing has really changed in the overall structure of the majority of the items here. So I'm just going to go back. Okay, and you've got your training packs as well. A few customers were creating training packs, so that's there. So one of the things that I just want to retouch on within the SOPs that I should have actually touched on is within each of the platforms there is a procedure group, but now you can actually click into procedure group and you can edit and you can change the name, etc. So that is a feature that has been incorporated, and delete them. So customers used to actually contact us on that there. Okay, from the reporting structure, we still have the same reporting structure. You can come in and you can actually run an individual report, and that will detail everything as previously as done. So you can get everything in terms of the overall, that's a particular course report there. You've got the other training reports, you've got the grace reports, you've got the expiry date. So everything is pretty much in here, literacy and numeracy. Then you've got live procedure reports, where you can view everything from the perspective of an SOP procedure. That is pretty much the same as was. The structure is the main thing, in that you can get to where you need to go much quicker than the old drop down. Employee reports, individual summary, employee summary. You can see just individual reports here and you can download the report. Now this is the slight difference here now. In that some of the reports, because they're quite big, this one has opened up quite simply here. But the larger reports will actually give you a message to say that they are actually gone to pending download. Okay, so I'm just going to wait to open up this Excel, which is really just a summary of what you're seeing on the screen there. So just take a few seconds just for Excel. It's quite slow on the computer here, and we'll get that open. Okay. And you can see that's just on a summary. Okay, the main feature changes within the actual the reporting structure is the manager matrix reports were the big reports for our sort of SOP type customers. So if I go into manager matrix, it'll give you a list, and then you just click on generate. So once you click generate now, it does tell you your report will be available. So what that happens now is that report is going to be generated. Now this is the same for both manager matrix reports and the workgroup matrix. So any of the larger reports that require quite a bit of calculation, previously customers were sitting waiting on that and unable to use the platform. So after a few seconds that report will indicate, and you can see now up on the panel that there's an indication that I have something here to look at. So if I click into that, we can now see that this report is available for download. So once you click on download, again it's the same as previous. You just it'll download to the Excel and you open it up, and you've got your manager matrix as what you have always been downloading in the same format. Only with the new structure, it's going to take less processing power and deliver a quicker system for you. So under reports, you still have everything in here. You've got your manager matrix, the manager period, the workgroup matrix, and the workgroup, other workgroup reports as well. So I'll just get a wee second here okay, and we can just generate a specific, and again it's going up to the top of the platform, and it's going to indicate when that is ready. So again, within a matter of seconds I should get another indication to tell me that that report has been generated. And the next time that you click on this after the generation, you'll see that it also contains the original. So we don't clear the reports, so you can download them again. Obviously they're ready in your download structure, but sometimes they're quite convenient to get there. So we can also download the overall workgroup report, and again we can open that up. So that's been one of the major things on the reporting structures is just the processing, that once you click on it, it's not a live launch. You can click on that report generated, and in the background you can work away and it doesn't change anything. The other sections are there. You've got the completion reports, the workgroup reports, your customized report. Everything is in that as was previously. It's just a layout feature. And again, you can contact us if you have any questions by email, and there'll be no difficulty with that. Now, one of the main things that you probably notice in the old system, you had personal plan or personal view here. We've actually incorporated that to the top. So in this drop down, you can see that there's my personal view, and also for any customer that's using Modern Auditor, you will see that the Modern Auditor section is in there. So within the personal view, once you click on it, it purely goes to the individual user, and there's a change in the structure here that the individual user can see from this how compliant they are. So Brendan is this user that I'm using here, Brendan Murphy, is 37.5%, so it's more down. Now the information then is the same. We've got the breakdown of all the operating procedures, the courses, and if it's a launch or a relaunch, you can just simply click on the launch feature and the eLearning will open as it has previously opened and you have been using all along. There is no change to that. Again, within the structures of the SOPs, if you've had to do questions, you can go in and launch your questions, etc., your assessment questions, and it can be marked off and saved if your site so allows that. And everything in here is pretty much the same, only again is tidied up. So that pretty much is a quick overview of the platform. And to log out, again, it's just system things and log out. So hopefully, if you have any difficulties, you can contact us. Obviously, that you need to be aware of that the first week of launching, we have done extensive testing on this. So as a customer, if you find something that is slightly incorrect and you need help with it, we're standing by, because there's no testing like customer testing. You'll put it through the paces much more than we will. But again, we're here from Monday, and we're looking forward to any feedback you may give us, and we'll address any issues that we can straight away. Okay, so thank you for bearing with me, and talk to you soon.